All right, man. Yo, Linus, thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate the shit, man.
No worries, Joe. Nice spot you got here.
Yeah, I'm glad. So I'm glad you liked it, man, because I know you coming down here. There's a bunch of construction here.
Oh, 100%. Broadway's like a shit show right now, but I was asking if there's free parking, but I guess not. It's all these breweries now. It's all these hipsters are taking over, so no more free parking, man.
Do you just think I'm kind of fucked right now?
I'll get there. I'll get there soon. We'll get to that level soon. After this, yeah, we'll get there.
Linus, man, I was talking to you like last year at a party, man. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, this motherfucker boxes, man. I'm like, not many people I know box, right? And especially amateur, like kind of like take it outside of sparring, right?
Right,
so
right.
Just kind of want to talk to you about that type of shit, you know?
For sure.
Most of my fans are meatheads. They're fucking guys 23 to 35 in the U.S.
Yeah.
And some in like Hong Kong, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to fucking talk about some alpha shit, you know?
For sure. I mean, talking about the sweet science, right?
Yeah.
Or anything combat sports, for sure, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So let's get started, man. Like, have you seen that fucking bullshit influencer boxing, man? That's going on?
Oh man, yeah, we were just chatting before we got on this, but I mean, it's good and bad, right? Like, Logan Paul fought Mayweather last weekend, right? It's kind of a circus, it's a shit show, but we're just saying those guys actually fight. Those Paul kids, they got hands, right? But what are they doing to the sport? Are they bringing new kids to the sport, or are they making it look like a joke, right? Like, it's kind of what are you trying to prove here? I think the main thing.
That, like, you can probably pay fighters
Exactly.
a lot more money if you have a crazy social media presence.
Exactly. I think especially in this day and age, if you depending on how many followers you have on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, that's how you can get fights these days. And I feel it's sending kind of wrong message, because there's a lot of fighters that train their whole fucking life and they don't get the payday against Mayweather. And then you got a guy like Logan Paul, who's a YouTuber. How many followers does he have? Like 1 million, 60 million, something like that.
Yeah.
And now he lands a big payday. I think he got like 50 million from this fight, just for being an influencer. So what about all these guys training for their entire lives, never getting that chance at a big payday? So I don't know. I think that's why a lot of combat sports people are kind of salty about it. Yeah. And I feel it, definitely. I can definitely see a lot of, like, especially MMA guys, they don't get paid as much. Yeah. So. Because
I know, like, the guy, one guy that I know who's trying to go professional, he had to pay $500 for his first fight.
Oh yeah, and you got to pay after that. You get the money back. You got to pay your promotion. You got to pay your coach, your trainers, and all that. It's not like all the money goes to you. Only gets taxed too, right? So.
You get taxed.
It's not 100%, man. So.
Oh shit.
Pro definitely be going pro. It's not. I know people look at guys like Mayweather, Pacquiao, living it big, right? But it's not an easy life for sure. I know pros that they box, but they also work like another job, 2 jobs on the side, just to kind of supply the income. So it's not an easy life, man.
Yeah, I heard, man, because like I know like guys like GSP, like they just work a second job and they have to pay for their medical bills.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that shit ain't covered, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sure GSP is like at that high level. Yeah. So when you're at that high level, like a GSP, a Pacquiao, they got their whole camp. They got like a dietitian and nutritionist, and people doing their taxes and their promotions and their social media. So I'm talking guys like starting out, right? Yeah. Those like not breaking through the scene yet, just kind of journeymen starting out kind of guys. So it's a tough sport, man.
Because you're in that kind of like area right now, right?
Yeah. I fight at amateurs, so I don't fuck with pros, because I like my, I don't want to get hit in my head for a living, but I get hit in the head for fun, not for a living. So yeah. But amateurs is different, right? Like we talked about, it's for the love of the sport.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's weird because so like you guys don't use headgear, right? So is it headgear?
So when for me, I do use headgear, but as of I think recently, if you fight at the international level or Olympic level, they don't use headgear anymore.
Oh really?
But at the local scenes, here under BC boxing regulations, we do use headgear. And it's open face headgear, so you don't protect your cheeks or your eyes or your nose. And I use personally 10-ounce gloves for my fights.
Oh really? So is it average like 12-ounce gloves, or?
I think if I'm fighting at 140 pounds, anything above 140, I feel they use 12-ounce gloves.
Get the fuck out of here! Are you 140?
I got some pounds to shed, man. All the pandemic weight, all the COVID weight. I got some pounds to shed, man.
Dude, I feel you, man, because like I just been a fat fuck.
Nah, my body's getting soft. I got some pounds to lose, man. So I got lose at least like 18 pounds.
Is it normal though? Like kind of like walk around like 18 pounds above like fighting like weight?
Not when I was competing regularly. I would say stay around 147.
Yeah.
And then if I have like give me like 2 weeks notice, I can cut 7 pounds in 2 weeks, no problem.
Holy fuck.
18 pounds is a different story though. That's that's a little bit different. So right now,
Yeah.
I got quite a lot to lose. I'm hoping to fight again, hopefully end of the year. So
Yeah.
should be enough. Should be enough time.
You're gonna cut fucking 7 pounds in 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's possible. It's a water weight, man. Water weight.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you have to like go in a sauna and like.
That too, and I have a sauna suit that I use. I'm not sure if you've seen those,
yeah,
right?
I have.
Yeah. So I'll run, I'll jump rope, I'll train in my sauna suit. At the end, you whip it out, it's just water just splashes out everywhere. You just piss it out, shit it out, and you're good to go. And just don't and watch your diet too, right? Just like chill on the carbs.
Yeah.
More protein, a lot more proteins, a lot more chicken, a lot more meat. Not as much rice, unfortunately. We're Asian, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough, right? But definitely cut out the rice.
Fuck, cut out the rice?
Yeah, low, at least limited.
Oh, yeah.
Not as much as normal.
Like what, brown rice or you?
I do white rice, man. I don't fucking brown
Yeah,
rice.
what the fuck is that?
I just do white rice, like jasmine rice, man. This is simple shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing, man. Because like I heard that fucks with your performance, right? Like if you cut too much weight in a short amount of time, does that?
Oh,
fuck-
100%. So I know for pros, they do the weigh-in the night before the fights.
Yeah.
So a lot of fighters, they do a crazy, they cut a lot of weight and then they rehydrate. And it's not good to cut that much. They kill themselves to cut weight. Let's say a fighter fights at 147, they got cut 20 pounds in like a couple of days, which is ridiculous, right? But some of them actually do. But it's the rehydration part, right? And then the rehydrate, put on more pounds. So that little shift from like dehydrating to rehydrating is dangerous. So you've probably heard of a lot of boxers getting serious injuries or even dying. A lot of times it's usually from the cutting weight part, because when you dehydrate yourself, there's not much liquid in your brain.
Holy
So when you
fuck.
take like repeated impact to your face, imagine your brain is not much give in there, right? So
Yeah.
that's why you hear boxers getting like blood clots in their heads,
Oh fuck.
dying. Obviously mostly in the pros, not as much in the amateurs, thankfully, because in the pros they fight way longer rounds, longer fights.
What was it, 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, they do threes. They do 3 minutes. I think you can start off doing like a 4-rounder fight, 6-rounder, 10-round, and then championships are 12 rounds.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, back in the day they used to fight 15 rounds, man. Which is
50 rounds?
1-5, 15.
Oh, fuck.
It's crazy back in the day,
No,
man.
because it's like when you look at it, it's like, oh, it doesn't look that tiring, but like, dude,
Oh,
a minute
no.
and a half of fighting,
100%, man.
dude, you
It's
get fucked.
100%.
Yeah.
You look at most like scraps on the street.
Yeah.
How long does it last for? Time that. Next time you see one, time it.
Yeah.
Not even 2 minutes.
No.
Mostly not even 2 minutes.
Like,
minute
oh.
and a half, maybe in between.
Yeah,
In there.
maybe if
Yeah.
they're talking. But honestly, most of us can probably end like 10
Real
20
fast,
seconds.
yeah, real fast, right?
Cool.
Now imagine, obviously, in a 12-round fight, you're fighting for, was it 36 minutes? If it's like,
Yeah.
3 minutes, so that's like 36 minutes of fighting.
Mhm.
These guys are supremely conditioned, man. It's no joke. It's no joke, the conditioning they go through. I fight just 3 rounds, and I'm fucking tired already.
Three rounds of like
Three
what, a minute?
3 by 2s. 3 by
Oh.
2s, yeah. I do 3 by 2s. So 2-minute rounds. It's short, so it's like a sprint almost.
Yeah.
And even at the end, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because the other guy is also conditioned to
Of
fight
course,
as well.
of course,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not you're going up against like an untrained dude, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh, by the way, am I okay with the
No,
sound?
you're
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
good, man. You can step in if you want, man.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I do 3 by 2s. Still, I got to work my conditioning. All right.
Yeah.
I fuck around my body here and there, so
Yeah, we're probably gonna go drinking anyways, right?
Yeah. Don't tell my coach, but but
So
yeah. But I'm off season right now, so I'm still chilling. It's off season.
I'm assuming you're gonna be on season as soon as like this pandemic ends, right?
Yeah. Well, with all the restrictions loosening, so I think a lot of gyms are kind of getting ready to get their sparring competitive team. So
Yeah.
I got to go to my gym this Wednesday and have a trial for all the guys,
Oh, okay.
just to kind of see what level we're at and see, if we're fat and out of shape, and to see put us which team
Yeah.
based on our performance. So I got to trial this Wednesday, but yeah, I think my coach is saying hopefully by September.
Oh.
I think even Bonnie Henry was saying like by September they're kind of open things up, sports competitions. So hopefully September.
Yeah, because honestly, dude, I just want to fucking go back into sparring, man. Like, I want to like
100%.
do boxing.
Yeah.
Like twice a week, then maybe jiu-jitsu like twice a week as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. That's a good mix, man. Doing like the striking and then the grappling.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Because it's like I don't know, man. Because I did taekwondo. I was a black belt in taekwondo, and like I got fucked. The first person that did kickboxing, I got fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I was never jabbed in the face in my entire life.
Yeah.
So he fucking jabbed me, hooked me, Then I was in the corner and just got fucked.
Yeah, because Taekwondo's all kicks, right? I mean, y'all they teach some punches, but it's really minimal. It's mostly big emphasis on the kicks.
Yeah.
And I feel most of the kicks is mostly here. They don't really train much in the head.
No,
It's
they don't.
It's mostly here,
Yeah,
chest.
because it's weird. Because like in Taekwondo, you can never punch to the face.
Yeah.
You can punch to the body. So most kicks you can kick to the head.
Yeah.
You can't kick to the face, but you can kick to the body.
Yeah, it's different. I know there's different federations. That's like the WTF, Taekwondo, and there's the other one.
Then there's the ITF. As well.
ITF, yeah, ITF. Yeah, there's different rules. I think the Olympics, they do WTF, I believe.
I think so. Because I remember fighting under ITF.
ITF, Hong Kong.
Yeah, and it's just like, I got fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine just never being jabbed in the face. Like,
yeah, but Taekwondo is nice, though. And
Yeah.
a lot of people I know do Taekwondo. They're really athletic.
Yeah.
Their kicks are amazing, right? I think if they kind of blend it in with, like, say, boxing, it'll be a great kind of combination.
Yeah.
For
So,
sure.
what got you into boxing, though, man?
I actually grew up playing soccer when I was younger, and I played till I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
But soccer's a team sport, right? And the feeling where like you play like the best game of your life, but you still lose.
Yeah.
I hated that. I hated that so much. Like I played an amazing game, best game of my fucking life, and then the fucking goalkeeper fucks up and we lose a game.
Yeah.
And we lose as a team, win as a team, sure, but at the same time, it kind of digs at you. Where you're like, fuck, man, like I trained so hard, I tried my best, and I still fucking lose. So I was like, fuck it. I've always loved boxing. I always watched boxing. My dad used to let me watch fights and stuff. So I've always respected fighters and always admired them. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just check out this boxing gym, right? And then boxing's an individual sport. If I win, it's on me. If I lose, it's on me. Sure, I have my coaches too and my teammates, but in a ring, it's just me and the other guy.
Yeah.
It's not a teammate. I can't like, yo, coach, jump in for me, bro. Tag you in. It's just me and the other dude fighting, right? So if I lose, all right, I feel it. Okay, I accept the loss as a man. I'll take it. But if I win, that's on me too. So I kind of like the individual competition aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it.
Yeah. It's weird because like for me it was because like I always saw it as a necessity because like there's an MMA gym that opened up like UFC and whatever. So I decided to say fuck it, man. Like the world's getting crazy. I'm gonna go try it out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just got my ass kicked from an average kickboxer.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when I started to learn how to throw my hands a bit.
Yeah. It definitely teaches you to keep your ego in check.
Yes.
Right? Because especially as guys, we always think, like, well, fuck everyone up, right?
Yeah. Fuck this guy up.
Yeah, well, fuck this guy up. And then you go to the gym, a dude looks kind of out of shape, fucks you up, or a kid fucks you up. You're like, damn, right? It makes you think, like, I'm not big of a man anymore. So there's always going to be some guy better than you, right? Sure, I can kind of spar guys. I can kind of beat them here and there, but there's always going to be some other guys better than me, whoop my ass. So there's different levels. Like, I spar at my gym a couple years ago. I sparred this guy who was on Team Canada. He represented Team Canada on the Pan Am Games in Toronto a few years ago. Beat the shit out of me. This guy's on a different level, bro. He reads every single move I'm doing. He's like 5 steps ahead of me. I jab, he slips, boom, counter. I'm like, damn. He sees everything, and he's not even trying. He's probably going like 50%, and I'm going at least like 80% because I want to prove myself. This guy's good. This guy's good reputation, so I want to prove myself. But yeah, there's always guys at a different level. So I think martial arts, boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, Taekwondo, it teaches you to keep your ego in check, right? I think a lot of people that do get into this shit, they don't go out in the streets and start fighting people because they know the realities of fighting. It's not, it's dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Like one hit to the jaw, one hit to the temple, your fucking head's on the concrete.
Exactly. Your back of the head lands on the concrete, weird position, back of the table, you're a vegetable.
Yeah.
In a street fight, there's no rules, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, in boxing, MMA, Muay Thai, Taekwondo is a regulated environment. I know where I'm in a ring. There's 4 corners. There's ropes. My coach is there. Opponent's there. Referee. In a street fight, so much shit can happen, man. There's so many variables, right? It's hard to kind of predict and control everything. So just, I don't get involved in that shit.
No, we were talking about this last time, man. It's crazy. Like the best martial art is probably for you to get the fuck out of there, man.
No. Best self defense is run fu. I think I heard that somewhere. Run. Yeah, it's not kung fu. It's run fu. Like just run, bro. Just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because you don't want to fucking deal with that shit, man. Like, because even if like a sucker punch to the jaw, man,
exactly.
You can go down.
Exactly. You square up with a guy. His buddy comes up, rolls up behind, clips you right behind the head. Can't prepare for that. Just diffuse it. Say, hey, it's all good, bro. Enjoy your day and go off.
Yeah.
All right, just diffuse it. That's the best way to kind of calm the situation always.
Yeah, but sometimes it seems like straight jacks like Before, these fucking assholes, like before, like, you know, COVID, it's like these guys trying to pick a fight with everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you've never been hit in the face your entire life, man.
Yeah, well, it's mostly alcohol, you know, kind of feeding the ego. And the peer pressure. You got people kind of barking at them. They want to live up to it, right? So
you'll fuck them up.
Exactly. There's always an instigator. It's like, oh shit, go fuck this guy up, man. He's talking shit about you, and he's the one talking. He's not doing anything. So it's unfortunate, but just stay safe out there, man. Right?
Man. Just stay safe. Watch the alcohol. Don't get fucked up.
Exactly, man. Like my old coach used to always say, like, if you found us fighting out on the streets, if you come to the gym with like bloody knuckles or something, he'll kick us out the gym.
Oh, really?
Because like that's not what boxing is about.
Yeah.
He wants us to actually fight in the gym, use our anger, our motivation in the ring, not outside. There's no point. You don't win anything out there, right? So
do you get like a lot of guys who are like new, just kind of come in with their big ears and try like
throw
haymakers?
Yeah.
Like this is one kid, man. He thought he can fuck me up. He's like, yo, you do fucking move too much. I'm like, okay, let me go fuck you up a bit.
Yeah. No, there's always people like that. It's fun to like humble them, because we've all been in a situation too, right?
Yeah.
We've all been the new kids, like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up, and then boom, you hit good jab, you're like, oh shit. Your eyes are watering and shit. You're like, oh fuck, what is this? I know, it's like right in the fucking bop, and then you're like, what? Oh, what did I sign myself up for?
I'm telling you, man. Like, have you ever been liver shot? You've been liver shot.
Of course. Dude, it's paralyzing, man.
It is, man.
Paralyzing.
It's like, I don't be kicking the fucking nuts.
Yeah. The difference between like a body shot and a headshot, because a headshot, you feel it the next few days, but in the moment you don't feel it because it's all adrenaline, right? Because I've never been knocked down, never a headshot. I got, Asian, right? You got a big head, so we got that going for us. But a body shot, that shit hurts in the moment. That shit fucking hurts in the moment. You just want to go down and just lie down in fetal position and just cry. Yeah. But a headshot, you can take some. I can take some, but you feel it the next day. You're like, my head's a little woozy. But a body shot, liver shot, oof, man. You just want to stop existing.
Yeah, because it paralyzes. Like I said, like I was dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
Like the first time I got liver shot, dude, I just dropped to the floor.
Yeah, and you're just like dry heaving. You're like trying to get your breath in, right? Because it kind of steals your air.
It does.
And then you're just like, your like body goes in like this mode. You're just like, you're just like gasping for air.
Yeah, like I thought I was gonna die. Like,
I've been in that situation before when I was younger. I felt that. I know what that feeling is. Paralyzing. It's like it's weird. It's a weird feeling, and you feel fine after. You do,
yeah. But like in the moment, man, like it just humbled the fuck out of me. Like there's this nice Korean kid. He's like, yeah, man, let's go spar. I'm like, okay, sure. And he just fucking went circles around me. Just fucking carried my hand, just used the right, and just he fucked me, man.
Yeah. Nah, man. It's all a learning experience, right? So I think especially with sparring, a lot of people, especially new people, they think sparring is a form of like conflict.
Yeah.
But I see it's training.
Yeah.
So you're working on something. A lot of people see it as like a fight itself, so they take it too hard. And I don't like that. I don't like hard sparring.
Yeah.
There's a place for hard sparring. I think leading up to a fight, like say a week or two before my fight, I'll do hard sparring because it get me into fight mode.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing hard sparring every fucking week, my head's gonna go to shit. My brain's gonna go to shit. I'm already losing all my my brain cells before I even get in a ring in the actual fight. So you look at a lot of guys like pro fighters. I don't know if you know him, James Toney. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
James Toney, great fighter. Apparently, all he does for training, fucking spars. He doesn't run. He doesn't do shit. His training, he's a certified badass. Love this guy. Amazing boxer, all-time great. But all his training is just sparring. If you listen to his interviews now, you need subtitles. That's how bad his speech is.
That's what I'm afraid of, man. Like, if you're going to go into, like, pro fighting, like, how much are you going to fuck your brain up?
Exactly. Well, even any kind of impact you do to the head, even amateurs, headgear, people think it gives you the illusion that it's protecting your head. It's not. The whole point of headgear is to protect yourself from cuts. It's not from protecting from impact, because impact is still impact. If you punch me at the same velocity, headgear or no headgear, it's the same velocity. It's the same thing. The headgear is not going to somehow protect it. It's still just protect you from cuts. So either way, sometimes when I say I forget stuff, it's like, it's because I've been hitting the head a little bit too much,
Yeah, dude, same here, man. Like I've been hit the head one too many times, man.
Yeah. But it's scary. You see, like, these like old pro guys who've been in the game since you're like 5, and you're just fighting since like you're a kid all the way up to like 40 years old. It's not a pretty lifestyle, I think in the primes people look at it as amazing, but when you look at a lot of these guys, they end up not in good shape, right? So you look at a guy like Floyd Mayweather, amazing, smart, doesn't get hit, makes a lot of money, retires, fucks around, does exhibitions, enjoys his life. has private jets, everything. He talks perfectly fine.
Yeah, but he's like one of the most like defensive boxers like ever in sport. Like he's one of the most technical defensive boxers. Like remember when he fought Manny Pacquiao and people were giving him shit because he ran away?
No, bro. I watched that fight on the second time. I thought it was an amazing fight. I think the first time watching, a lot of people fell into the hype because it's two great boxers fighting. They won a big, amazing fight. And they didn't get that. It wasn't that exciting. Yeah. But I watched it on my second and third try. It was a great fight. The chess match. You see them actually like how much skill involved from both guys, and how Mayweather kind of neutralized Pacquiao's speed and his angles. And Pacquiao got a few good shots in too. Yeah. But Mayweather just kind of got the rounds, neutralized him. He didn't let him get off. So that's all. He's thinking 2 steps ahead of him, right?
I think what people forget is it's a point game, not a fucking.
It is. I think a lot of fight fans, whether it's any combat sports, they want to see knockouts. Yeah. And it sells. I ain't gonna lie. Knockouts do. It's exciting. It's exciting.
They're fucking degenerates.
It's exciting. Yeah. It's savage. It's that savage instinct in a lot of people. They want to see violence, right? Yeah, but it's the people that never fought before that want to see that, right? Like when people actually fight, they know how you don't want to get knocked out. The whole point of the game is to not go in there and take punches in the face, and the whole point of defense is not hit and not get hit, not defend with your face. So, a lot of casual fans that want to see crazy, exciting fights. And I think once you actually get into the sport and you're actually in there in the ring, you know what kind of damage it does to your body, right? I could go to war if I want, but I'm going to be feeling it for the next fucking week or so. Like, what's the point? It's my livelihood. If I win or lose, you're not going to be there to, like, support me.
Exactly. You're just a fucking drunk fan.
You're
tell me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll still put on a good show when I fight. Like, I'll still I don't want to be boring. I still put on a good show. I want to win, of course, but I'll put on a good show. But I'm not going to go in there and just, like, ruin my life for you. Yeah. So,
fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because a lot of times, like, the casuals, like, even like myself before I even get into boxing was like, yo, this fucking shit's boring, man. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, I want to see some knockouts. But, like, getting into the sport, it's a very technical game.
100%. Like, even for me, I watch MMA. I consider myself a casual UFC MMA guy, right? I respect grappling arts, judo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. But when I watch it, I ain't gonna lie, I think it's boring. Yeah. I feel like, but because I've never been in that situation, I'm sure if I actually go to, like, a BJJ gym and learn it, I'll actually like really be enthralled. Like, oh my god, he's doing like a freaking armbar or a choke or something. But for me, just a casual guy, I'm like, it's just 2 dudes rolling on the ground. I respect it. I respect it. It's amazing. What you guys are doing, getting the hand control, head control, but I don't understand it fully. So I'm like, So it's the same thing for casuals when they watch like a Pacquiao Mayweather fight. They're like, what are they doing? Why are they not beating the shit out of each other? Right? Why are they not scrapping like you're supposed to? So, but for us watching as pure boxing fans, we get it. But for a casual, they just want to see knockouts. So I do understand it though.
Yeah, for me, it's like when I watch the UFC sometimes, because before doing jiu-jitsu, I'm like, these guys are just fucking having gay sex.
Yeah, it is.
Like I don't want to watch 2 guys like humping each other, man. I want to, see some knockouts.
Yeah, I'm biased because like, I box, so I like striking. I like stand-up guys. Yeah, so even when I watch MMA, I do like the guys and women that stand up, right? Like Adesanya, guys like that who kind of.
Adesanya's a fucking beast.
Yeah, he has a kickboxing background. A lot of kickboxing fights. So
I think he's done Muay Thai.
Muay Thai kickboxing, and then he transitioned to MMA.
Yeah.
So I like his style a lot because he's kind of like a pure stand-up fighter. Yeah. Counter puncher, nice kicks, elbows, knees. So I like that kind of stuff. I'm biased, so that's kind of my.
No, I think a lot of people would agree with you because it's easier to understand.
Yeah. I mean, you have like, say, a guy like Ben Askren, who's straight up like a Division I wrestler, Olympic wrestler, who just mauls you, or even what's his face, Khabib, wrestler, straight up wrestler, just mauls you, right? Yeah. So, and it's effective. I don't want to watch it. It's effective. It's hella effective.
It's boring, man. Well,
he beat the shit out of everyone, but
I
don't think Khabib actually lost. Did he
lose? No, Khabib never lost. I think Khabib was 32-0.
Yeah, I think he's undefeated. He's retired now, I think.
Yeah, he's retired. Yeah. But man, like, have you seen guys like Kamaru Usman fighting?
The Nigerian fella, right? That guy's an animal, man.
The guy's a fucking ox.
I saw his knockout with what's the other guy? Jorge Masvidal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knocked the sweat out of his fucking face.
I think he just parried the right.
I think it was an overhand. He kind of that straight overhand.
Knocked the sweat out of his.
Yeah. Knocked him the fuck out.
How can you look like that at like 180?
Yo, UFC guys do crazy cuts, eh?
Yeah.
They do crazy cuts.
It's like Kamaru Usman, like, in compared to Jorge Masvidal's body, it's like, the guy looks like a
What weight was that? 180?
185, I think. Yeah.
What? How tall is he, do you know? Six-ish? Yeah, I know UFC guys do, like, crazy cuts. Yeah. I think a lot of pro fighters in general, they do a lot of crazy cuts.
Yeah. That's not good for your body though,
For the long run, no. But again, these guys at a high level, like you said, they have like dietitians, nutritionists to kind of watch your diet, how much liquid intake they should get in, how much they should get out. So these guys are pros, right? It's the ones that are not pros that do it that fuck their bodies up. They don't know what they're doing, right?
Yeah, because I think that's really bad. Like if you're not a pro, if you don't know what you're doing.
For us, for amateurs, we do same day weigh-ins, so we don't have to do the whole rehydration shit. Because if I fight at 140, my fight's on Saturday. My fight stays at 7 p.m. They weigh in me at 5 p.m. I can't rehydrate in 2 hours. What's the point, right? Yeah. So I just go in there, stay at, close to one. If I'm 140, 142, I'll just take a shit, piss it out. I'll go back to 140, no problem, right? So we do same day weigh-in, so it's healthier and easier that way. You don't have to cut weight and rehydrate like what pros do.
So like what's so bad about doing like the weigh-in before, right, than the fight after? It's just because like
they rehydrate. Yeah, they dehydrate themselves just to make that weight. And then during that 24 hours before their fight, they rehydrate. They eat, they drink, get all the weight back, and then put on a whole bunch of weight. So that's why when you look at fights, say a fight's at 140 on weigh-in, but on fight night they weigh like 156, they weigh 155 because they rehydrate like 10, 15 pounds.
Fuck.
So they at the same time, like some fighters actually use that to their advantage. If they can do it in a healthy manner, they have a weight advantage over their opponent. Right? Because even though the fight's at 140 on fight night, they're actually 50 pounds heavier than their opponent.
Jesus Christ.
So.
Because it plays a lot when it comes to wrestling, man. Like, especially at a high level like that.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, 100%. You put your weight on someone like that. Pacquiao's fighting this summer. He's fighting Errol Spence.
Yeah.
And Errol Spence, I don't know if you know him, he's a big fucking guy at 147. I'm pretty sure this guy walks around like 170.
Yeah.
He's a tall, big guy. And Pacquiao, I'm pretty sure he just walks around 147 all the time.
I think he's in the Senate now, I think. He's a government official.
Yeah, he's old. He's like 42, 43. Yeah. He's really, this guy's a legend, man. This guy's, like, he's been fighting since I was a kid. And
honestly, man, I think fighters should stop fighting after 35, man. I don't know.
Pacquiao's killing it though.
Yeah.
He fought Keith Thurman before COVID happened.
Oh, did he?
And Keith Thurman was like at that time one of the top welterweights.
Yeah.
And he beat him. So shit, keep doing it, man.
Fuck.
I got my money in Pacquiao. I'll put some money in.
Yeah.
I think my heart says Pacquiao. My brain says Spence because Spence is a top guy, but you know my heart, I can't go Pacquiao, man. He's a legend.
He has some fast fucking jabs, yo.
His hands and his feet.
Yeah.
I think the feet. Yeah, I think what a lot of people don't understand about boxing is the feet.
Yeah.
Is the footwork is so underrated because a lot of times when people think boxing is just two guys slugging it out, just throwing hands.
Yeah.
In essence, technically, they are right. We are slugging it out for hands, but in order to get into position to throw your hands, you got to need your feet, your footwork. So a lot of people kind of underrate boxers' footwork. Actually, just recently too, I'm not sure if you heard of this woman boxer, Clarissa Shields. No, she was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She won pro, won multiple championships in different weight classes. She made her MMA debut a couple days ago, and she won.
Oh.
And she's a pure boxer.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's transitioning to MMA because they get paid more in women's MMA compared to boxing.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought short-time boxing was like a...
No, unfortunately, women's boxing they don't pay as much in the pros, but UFC does a really good job for women's MMA.
Yeah.
Like we know their fighters, like they promote them really well.
Yeah.
Right, like even to a casual fan. So I think that's what she's trying to get into to go to MMA. But she's a pure boxer, and she actually won. So there you go.
Props to her, I guess.
Yeah.
God damn, man. Like, I don't think you can ever get into professional boxing, man. Like, the amount of punishment you take in your brain.
Oh, 100%.
Like, have you heard Mike Tyson? Like, have you heard Holyfield just talk?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, man. That scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Like even Floyd Mayweather Sr., Mayweather's dad, you need subtitles for these guys to talk these days, man. Like it's a tough sport, man. It's not easy. I think any kind of combat sport, any kind of sport with a lot of like what do you call it? Like, even like American football, rugby, where you have a lot of contact, it's not good for the long run.
Yeah.
Right? It's not good for the long run. There's a lot. You take a lot of impact, a lot of damage. You look good, you feel good when you're in your 20s and 30s, maybe to the 40s, but once you hit 50s and 60s, it's tough, man. So it's not a sport where every time I fight, I gotta think about my longevity.
Yeah.
How long can I stay in a sport?
Is that what you're trying to go? Just amateur, not trying to go pro?
Yeah, I never thought about going pro, man. When I was a kid, yes, but then I saw what pros actually do, how much money they make, how much sacrifice they do. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just do like a desk job, chill, get paid, have a salary, right, and then enjoy my life a little bit, rather than like, you gotta hustle all the time to get a fight, and then you got and the boxing business too is also kind of shady.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, is it?
It's very shady, and also you gotta get the right promoters, right? If a promoter screws you, you don't get your pay. You're fighting pretty much for peanuts for free. So. You know, it's.
I heard they also fix fights too, right?
Yeah, I mean, you watch some fights sometimes, and then you question it. You question the decisions, and you question the judges, or you see some scorecards, and like, how the fuck? Like, are they blind? Are they drunk? Like,
Yeah.
like what are they looking at? I don't know if you remember. Remember that fight, Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo?
Yes.
One judge scored it a draw. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Floyd schooled Canelo.
Yeah.
That was a great fight. Floyd schooled Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo was young at the time, but one judge actually gave it a draw, so it's a split decision, not even unanimous. So guys, you're thinking sometimes, even at that level, right? You know, you got some. I think sometimes it's just like incompetent judges.
I think that might have just been paid off.
But I mean, sometimes it's a shady business, man. It's a shady business because sometimes you have promotions, they want to promote like a big fighter with a big name, and then you don't want your moneymaker to lose.
Yeah.
You want him to win.
Yeah.
Build a padded record so they can get a championship fight, get some views, promote them on social media. If they fucking lose, there goes everything, right? So. Yeah, I'm sure there's some shady stuff going on, man.
Yeah, I think Ryan Garcia is supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao or something. Or
Ryan Garcia,
dude, that guy's honestly, I will say that guy has really good offense.
He's young. He's fast. He's young, but I don't think he'll reach the elite level yet. I think he's got a lot of time to improve though. He's young. I think he's got good potential, good hands.
22, right?
Yeah, about there. But I think he leaves himself a little bit too open because he always has his chin out. If you notice that, his chin is always sticking out. I feel like he's gonna get caught one of these days.
Yeah.
But he's got hand speed though, right? But he's got to like definitely work on that because I'm sure he's gonna get caught one of these days. Great offense though, for sure.
100%.
Great hand speed, great offense, great hooks.
Like the fastest hooks I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Pretty unorthodox the way he's not like textbook, but I think he's got good potential. I don't know if he'll be like a top pound for pound guy, but I think he can definitely be like a champion for sure.
I think so.
There's a lot of good young guys these days in boxing, man.
It is because I think boxing is becoming more mainstream, right?
Yeah, thanks to all these YouTubers, man. All these YouTubers.
Yeah, YouTubers, that just come in and make a YouTube channel for like 4 years and they make $20 million off the bag.
Yeah. They make cash, man. But hey, man, you know what? If it makes some money, we can't hate on them. They making money, so they got whatever makes some money, right? So
yeah, I mean, they literally build up the social media friends to go fighting. So I mean,
yeah. I'm just curious to see how long it'll last, though. I'm just waiting to see one of them to actually step up to like in their prime kind of fighter, and just to see how far they can take it.
So like a Jake Paul versus Ryan Garcia,
Canelo or something.
Dude, even now, man, it's like you got a YouTuber named Jake Paul fighting a former welterweight UFC.
Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley, who's been like the actual champ for 3 years.
Yeah.
Before he lost his 4 fights to a whole bunch of fucking animals, right?
You know, I saw the odds, the books. They're actually favoring Jake Paul for this fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it like 3 months for Tyron to train, right?
Yeah. I mean, strictly boxing. He's from MMA background. He's got good hands. Yeah. But he's like 40. He's kind of up there in age already.
Yeah.
I think he's had like a few tough losses. He fought the Usman.
Yeah, he fought Usman. He lost. He fought Gilbert Burns and he lost.
I think he's like a 4 streak. 4 streak. Yeah. So it's something like that. But
then like people who lost to they're beasts. They're fucking animals.
He's still a professional. Professional fighter.
Yeah. Like he lost to Gilbert Burns second in welterweight division. He lost to Colby Covington, who fucked his rib up.
Yeah.
Top of the division. So
I'm interested. It's happening, I think, in August.
Yeah. I'll be honest, man. I'm actually gonna pay for that fight. No, I'm not gonna pay. I'm gonna
stream it, bro.
I'm gonna stream it. Fuck that shit.
I'm gonna pay for this shit, man.
Fuck that.
Even last week for Logan Paul Mayweather, I streamed that shit. Even then, I felt robbed. I was like, what the fuck is this shit, man?
Yeah, because like, what the fuck, Like they both know, man, that they got paid.
Okay, if you watch, you kind of see a trend. The first 2-3 rounds, Mayweather just coasting.
Yeah.
He's letting feeling about whatever, not trying. And then for like middle 2-3 rounds, he tried. He actually tried. He put some hurting on Logan.
Did he like knock out Logan Paul like, temporarily and then he held him on or something?
Something like that. I think it was an uppercut. He kind of slipped through an uppercut. Yeah. And then Logan kind of fell into it. And then the last remainder rounds, they're just coasting again. Yeah. So I think it was in a contract. It's like, I Mayweather, just try for like 2-3 rounds. If it doesn't happen, just chill.
Yeah. Dude, can you imagine, man, like Linus, like if you got paid $20 million in advance.
Oh, fuck it.
Go fuck it, right?
I'll get in there, man.
Yeah, I'll get in there.
Mayweather, remember the McGregor fight?
Yeah.
Fucking McGregor made like $100 million in that fight.
Yeah.
What the fuck? For like a glorified sparring match. And then Mayweather made like $300 million.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you can kind of see like in the very beginning, even the first 2 rounds, like Mayweather's just kind of testing out the waters.
He's trying. He's just like coasting. He's coasting. Just like he's walking him down. Mayweather never walks anyone down. High guard walking him down. Yeah. And but to me, that was like a glorified sparring match too. 100%. But both those guys made tons of money.
Yeah. There's just a fucking there's just a lot of money to be made in boxing, man.
There is. Well, Mayweather, he's a moneymaker. I think. I don't know. I think right now the next one would be Canelo.
Yeah.
Right.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Well, if he comes back, you know what might be funny if him and Mayweather does an exhibition. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd break the bank. Like I would actually want to watch that fight.
On a condition.
Oh, what's the condition?
Del has got to be coked up. he's got to do lines in between rounds. Yeah, you know. All right, round one over. All right, let's do it.
Let's fucking go, man.
he's got to get coked up in between rounds. But yeah, they fought in their prime. Well, not in their prime. So Del Ho was kind of really older. But in 2006 they fought.
Yeah,
Mayweather beat De La Hoya. But yeah, I think if they do exhibition, I think a lot of people actually watch that for sure.
Yeah, because I know like Oscar De La Hoya, he fights on the southpaw, right? Even though he's right-handed.
Yeah.
His jab is.
I think it's opposite. I think he's naturally southpaw, but he fights right-handed.
Oh.
He fights as an orthodox fighter.
Oh,
I think he's
really?
naturally southpaw, so that's why I think that's why his hook is like really really strong or some shit like that.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I always thought he fought as a southpaw, right?
I think he's naturally southpaw,
Oh.
and then he converted into orthodox.
Oh, that's weird, eh?
Yeah. You got, which I don't know why, because I fucking hate fighting southpaws.
Because like, don't southpaws have access to your kidneys easier?
They have the angle. You get the outside angle
Okay,
because
so
you're always
so-
battling for, because in an orthodox
Yeah.
versus southpaw.
Okay, so explain that.
So if you're southpaw, right?
Yeah.
Say you're southpaw.
Yeah.
So you kind of turn here,
Mhm.
right? Southpaw. all the
Yeah.
way.
Okay,
your
yeah.
feet, yeah. So this is southpaw. So your
Yeah.
right hand. Our lead hand is always battling for position.
Yeah.
And our feet is always going to be in the way.
Yeah.
Which is why I hate fighting southpaws. Because every time I pop in, I'm going to roll my ankle because I'm going to step on someone's feet.
Oh fuck yeah.
'Cause if we're orthodox, if
Yeah.
you go back to normal stance,
Mhm.
like this,
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it. If I step in, I'm just stepping right here.
Yeah.
Right? And our hands are like easier to line a jab.
Mhm.
If I'm southpaw, we're
Yeah.
always battling
Yeah.
for here, right?
Mhm.
So it's always that lead hand kind of control and battling for the outside position.
Yeah, because isn't it like key in boxing trying to get your foot on the inside?
Yeah. So if I'm
Yeah.
southpaw, if I
Yeah.
step out here,
Mhm.
now I can land here.
Oh yeah.
Right? Versus if I step here, where am I gonna land?
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
if I step out here, now I
Oh.
can land here.
Okay, so it's
Right.
kind of the opposite game of the southpaw. It's just trying to put your foot on the outside.
Yeah. So it's always getting the outside angle
Mhm.
and then getting that lead hand position.
Oh,
So
fuck.
and I hate fighting southpaws, bro.
Dude, I fucking dude, honestly,
hate
man, because
fighting
like
southpaws.
especially in like MMA, like like you have easier access to the kidneys, especially
Yeah.
if you throw a kick, it fucks you up.
100%, man.
Yeah.
And southpaws are sneaky, man. I mean, they say southpaws have an advantage.
Mhm.
The only reason they have an advantage is because they spar and fight. Technically, most people are right-handed.
Yeah.
So majority of people are going to be orthodox. So
Mhm.
they have more experience fighting against orthodox fighters than us fighting southpaws.
Yeah.
Because there's technically less left-handed folks.
Okay.
So
But
that's the
it makes
advantage.
sense.
Yeah.
So like, don't you think it's kind of better, like as a right-handed person, to kind of just fight in southpaw anyways, to have a dominant jab?
Yeah, some fighters do that. There are some fighters that actually, like, you know, because they're naturally right-handed, they want to go southpaw and get a little advantage.
Yeah.
So some fighters actually do that. So that's the advantage in that sense. It's just that they have more experience fighting orthodox fighters,
Mhm.
right? And it's crazy because like when two southpaws fight, they're kind of confused. You're like, "What is this?
Yeah,
You're
what the
southpaw too?" So there's always like a weird feeling out process if you like
Yeah.
two southpaws because you're not used to it. You're always they're used to fighting right-handers.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, fuck southpaws.
Fuck it, man. Yo, so is like boxing big in Singapore, man, or? Like...
Not as much, man. But now, I'm not sure if you heard One Championship, One
Yeah,
FC.
they're huge.
They're huge. They're huge in
They're-
Singapore, huge in Asia.
Yeah, there's
So-
a UFC of like.
Yeah. Ever since like One FC kind of blew up, MMA is getting popular.
Yeah.
In Singapore, Muay Thai has always been popular because it's so close to Thailand.
Mhm.
Boxing not as much. It's not as popular. But nowadays MMA, Muay Thai, especially with One FC, One Championship doing their thing because
Yeah.
they host fights in Singapore all the time. Yeah.
Fucking percent, yeah.
Yeah, and I love One FC. I love what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not just UFC. They're not just MMA. They do MMA. They do kickboxing. They do Muay Thai with freaking MMA gloves, which is ridiculous.
Fuck.
And they do boxing too. So they do everything.
Yeah.
They do everything, and they kind of show off like Asian martial arts and all that stuff. So I
Mhm.
respect what they're doing. It's great. Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah. I mean, cause like, I actually want to go back to Singapore, man. Just hopefully one day commentate for a fight, man.
Oh, he's sick. That'd be sick, man.
That'd be fucking sick, man. Like,
Yeah.
this is why I've been trying to build this podcast, man. Just
Yeah.
you know,
Trying to break in that industry for
yeah,
sure,
break in
man.
the industry, man. Just comment.
Why don't you try to do announcing, bro? Announcing people. You should get into that
That's what
announcing.
I've been trying to do, man.
Yeah, you should come to like one of our fights these days, because
I'll be down, yeah.
yeah, because we always have like an announcer yelling our name and
Yeah.
stuff, right? So he always comes up to fighters and like kind of check in, like, do you have a name? Do you have a nickname? You know, that kind of stuff, right?
In the red corner.
Yeah, it's sick. Yo, that's the best part, bro. Like when they say your name, like in the entrance, like in the intro, and
Yeah.
you have the music playing, and they say your name. Oh
Mhm.
man, gets you going, bro.
Fighting out of the red corner.
Yeah, it gets you going, man.
Ah.
That's like the best part. You hear people cheering, yelling. It's the best part.
But I just want to like analyze the game, man, because like the footwork is so key, man.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, placement of the footwork, you know, hip
100%.
movement.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I said, like footwork's the most underrated aspect. For a lot of newcomers too. Like sometimes I train some of my like people I know they want to get into boxing, so I do some training on the side, just kind of help them and stuff, right? After their first session, you're like, oh my god, I didn't know boxing was so much footwork, so much feet. I thought I'm just gonna like throw hands. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna throw hands, but how you gonna throw hands? You gotta get in position to throw hands.
Yeah.
You gotta, in order to defend yourself, you gotta get out of position. So footwork is everything, man. Footwork is everything. Like to move side to side, in and out, changing the angle. A lot of people don't understand that's boxing.
Yeah, because like your head, you're gonna get head off the center line. That's a big thing, right?
100%.
Yeah.
You don't fight like a little straight on, right? And everyone's gonna easy target on you.
Yeah, fucking 1-3, then 2-4,
Yeah, definitely footwork, head movement. I think a lot of people also mistake boxers as just being like, again, just throwing hands. But boxers in general are fluid. You know, we're pretty flexible. We use a lot of footwork. The movement is very similar-ish to Taekwondo-ish, right? They're kind of a little bit on your toes a little bit, right? A lot of quick movements. Because I think boxing actually was influenced by fencing.
Oh.
Right, and you know fencing, they're really quick on their feet. They're always like fainting, do the little step fakes. Just like Taekwondo too, they do a lot of like feintings, right? Okay. So same like boxing too, I think has that little tradition from it.
You man, kind of made me excited to want to fucking just learn from you, man.
Shit, man.
My ass beat from you.
Oh shit, you got my number?
Yeah, I got your number, and then next you know, just come with like a fucking bloody nose.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It's all learning, right? It's all learning.
That's good, man.
Like,
I don't like guys who just kind of go hard, you know what I mean? Like during sparring.
Yeah. It's no point. It's like we say, it's all ego driven. It's all ego driven, right? Because when I spar like a new kid, and I can see there's so much energy, right? They want to prove themselves in front of the coach, in front of us. They're like, I ain't no bitch. You know, I can square you up too, man. I can square you up too. Watch, man. So these guys, I'll let them work a bit, right? Because I'm not an asshole. I'm just going to beat the shit out of them. What do I get from it? I get nothing. I don't gain anything just beating the shit out of it. What do I get? Hey, Linus, pat on the back for you. Like, nothing, bro. So I let them work. I'll do high guard. You know, let them throw some punches. But when they get a little too confident, bop, catch them a little bit. Just put it in place a bit, right? Just to show, like, hey, you're stepping a little too close now, all right? But then I'll let them work. I'm not an asshole, right? I'm just going to beat the shit out of them, right? Because when I was starting out, I like sparring guys like that.
Yeah.
Guys that let me work a bit, built my confidence up. Sure, when I overstepped, they hit me with a good jab. No problem, right? Yeah. And they'll talk to me after, like, hey, Linus, work on this, work on that. Guys that, when I'm starting out, they just beat the shit out of me. I don't learn anything from that. They don't learn anything, and I don't learn anything from it. I just get beat up. So what's the I don't, like, what?
Yeah, because like, I remember, like, there's this guy, man, he, like, funny enough, like, this guy called me, like, Pogi, which means cute in Filipino.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, this guy's kind of a bully. I'm gonna spar him. Leave me alone. No, this guy just never left me alone.
Yeah.
Every time he came to the gym, he's like, yo, let's go spar for an hour, like straight hour.
Right.
Yeah, but you learned a lot, man. Like,
I
learned a lot because like, he let me work a bit, but then the rest of the 40 minutes just beat the fuck out of me.
Well, you gotta let the new guy work, right?
Yeah.
There's no point in just like demoralizing them and just beating shit on them.
No,
but that's the argument people say, like, okay, it builds toughness. I get it. It does build toughness. Sometimes you gotta get beat up.
Yeah.
And the guys that get beat up and come back the next day, those are the guys that are gonna be at the gym. Those guys get beat up, they go home. It's like, fuck this. I don't fight no more.
Yeah.
They're not meant for it, and not everyone's meant for it, right?
Yeah.
It's not a dangerous sport. You get hit. You're gonna get hit. If you don't want to get hit, then don't do it, right? Even Floyd Mayweather, amazing defensive. He gets hit, you're gonna get hit. Doesn't matter how great defensively you are. No one's Houdini. You're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
So if you're not cut out to get hit, then just don't do it.
Yeah.
Right? Just don't do it. You
You
can do it for like fitness for sure, or you can do it for recreation, for fitness, just to get in shape for sure. It's a great sport. Any kind of combat sport, I think, is a great thing to get in fitness. Builds dedication, motivation, and kind of discipline for sure. Right? But in order to spar, compete, you got to be comfortable getting fucked up.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Fuck.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, man.
Happen.
Like the first time I got my nose broken. Man.
Yeah.
It was just a wake up call, man.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking invincible, man. I'm a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch. Yeah.
No, I think everyone goes through that. Their first time they spar to get hit with a good shot, they kind of like question themselves, like, shit, like, what am I doing now? Should I just fucking quit? I'll just keep going because it's only like 30 seconds in the round. It's gonna beat the shit out of me. I haven't landed a single punch.
Yeah.
And you're like thinking all this time, right? So it's also builds mental toughness for sure. I think any kind of fighting sports, martial arts, it builds a lot of mental toughness.
Yeah, it does, man. It does, man. But yeah, I mean, you're from Singapore, right?
Yes, I'm originally from there.
There you go,
You too.
Yeah, man. It's just it's so crazy, like how much Singapore has changed, man. In like 20 years, dude. Like even last like what, from like the 50s.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even a country in the 50s. They became
it was part of Malaysia, right?
It was part of Malaysia, and before that, they were British colony. And then they only became independent sometime in the 60s. So, yeah, technically my parents weren't even, when they were born, early 60s, late 50s. It wasn't even Singapore yet. So, yeah, to see it change from like a little slum city to now, where it's like a major city in the world, crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
Honestly, man, like I walk around sometimes some parts of like Vancouver, I'm like, holy shit, like it looks like a third world country compared to Singapore. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we were just talking about this before. I mean, when you compare like major like Asian cities, like you look at like Tokyo, your Seouls, your Beijings, your Hong Kongs, and Singapore's compared to Vancouver. When I first came here, I was like, yo, things close at like 9.
Yeah.
Like, what am I hungry? Oh, go to McDonald's. Like, what? That's all you have? Like, there's nothing here. It's quiet, it's dark. There's not much going on. It's getting better, right, for sure, but in comparison to like nightlife back home in Asia, 100 is totally different, man. It's totally different.
You can buy like beer in like a
7-Eleven. 100%, man. Any time of the day. You can crack open a beer, chill outside a park. I mean, I know they're allowing this. Some parks in Vancouver, I know in New West, they have some parks you can drink outside, but a lot of places in Asia, 7-Eleven, buy a beer, sit outside, relax, have a drink, you're good. So yeah, it's different culture. The culture's different, definitely.
Yeah, it's a different world culture, man. But like, it's crazy how much of a country can advance so far.
I think one of the major things is because we speak English.
Yeah,
definitely, and also the location too, as a hub, right? Because it's in Southeast Asia. It's kind of like in between, close to Australia, Asia, mainland Asia, India, right? So it's kind of like a hub for like trading and transport too. But also the fact I think we speak English. I think that's the fact that set us apart from anything.
Yeah, because I heard like they changed the curriculum like overnight, basically.
Yeah. Because the main 3 like ethnicities there are like Chinese, Malays, Indians, right? Each of these ethnicities will speak their own language, but the main language is going to be English. So that's the thing what set us apart, and I do appreciate that, right? I'm not like the biggest fan of like the government there, but I do appreciate the fact that they gave me like an English education. It's easy to just like go anywhere you want. Yeah, exactly, man. Still got that Singlish.
You got that Singlish? You still got that Singlish?
Yeah. Well, especially if I speak to my family.
Yeah.
Only if I speak to like people that speak to me that way, I'll reciprocate that way.
Oh, yeah lah.
It just naturally comes out. Like, I can't do it just like this. I need someone to actually like speak to me in that manner. Then naturally my brain kind of just like, just mirrors the accent right away.
It's so weird because it's like a mix. It's like an
English, Chinese, Malay. You got some Tamil in there. You got like different kind of dialects. It's called like mixing together. It's like a mishmash of like everything.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just so distinct, man.
Yeah. No, there's a funny video my buddy showed me recently because our English are like, it's not the greatest. It's like we have our own style. So like this guy's like, hey, you reach already or not? I mean, he's saying, did you reach that? Have you arrived here?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I'm not rich yet. Like, no, did you reach already? It's like, yeah, I reached already. How you becomes rich so fast? I was like, I got here 10 minutes ago. How? So that's how our English is. It's not the greatest. We use words that are like not technically correct. Like, hey, you reach already? Like, hey, where you say? Where like they're asking where do you live, right? Yeah, so you reach already? Like, have you arrived yet? So we kind of have our own little version, our own slang that if I speak it here, no one's gonna understand. You're already like, what the fuck? what are you talking about? But our English is also really influenced by British. Yeah. So we have a lot of like British words like. What's
his name?
Lee Kuan Yew.
Yeah. He's in, like.
He studied in like.
Yeah, he got educated in like
Cambridge, Oxford, one of those ones. Yeah.
He was like an English professor.
He's a smart man. Yeah, he's a smart man.
How long did he run for? Like 30 years, 40 years?
Long time, and his son is running it now. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not too the government here.
Yeah,
but like I said, Lee Kuan Yew is a great man though. Like what he does, like the fact that I speak English, because of him, right? If not, we'd be speaking like Malay or something. Yeah. So how he changed the culture, the society there, and kind of made it into a first world country. 100%. Like he's smart, right? And he also saw China was going to be a big major power years before everyone did. So he kind of sided with China.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, way before even everyone did. Oh, so smart man, really smart man.
Yeah. Well, damn. I mean, like I think now like Singapore's kind of like what has it been like? Culture opening up, like it's kind of been more accepting, right? Has it been?
Oh, it's pretty westernized. It's pretty westernized. There's a lot of like expats there, a lot of foreign investors are
Yeah.
there, right? It's
Yeah.
a lot of big major companies, international companies are there. It's different now. When I was growing up, it was still like modern, but I think now it's like different level. I haven't been there in a long time,
Me
but it's a
neither.
different level.
I've been there like over 10 years. Like,
Yeah.
from what I remember, like you can't even chew gum.
Yeah. Well, actually, when I was born, I could chew gum for a few
Oh,
years,
what?
and then it got banned.
Oh,
I
fuck.
still remember the time where I could chew gum in Singapore. But
Mhm.
you know, that's a funny thing you bring it up. When I first came here to Canada, when I tell my buddies like, "Oh, where you from?" I'm from Singapore. Yo, that's that place where you can't chew gum. Yes. And then I've heard that ever since I've been here. It's either that or it's that place where they cane people.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I guess so. That's what we're famous for.
Like I remember going to Sentosa when I was younger, and like there was a sign saying like if you had drugs, you're gonna die.
That is true. That is true.
I'm like, cool. That's a good
That-
message sent to like an 8-year-old.
that is very true. They don't play with that shit, man. Drug trafficking there, even if like say you have like a few grams of weed on there, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah,
You're fucked, bro. Whereas here it's legalized. That's why I say culture difference, right? So
100%. Yeah,
yeah, this is crazy. I mean, I understand why they do it because it's such a small country.
Mhm.
You gotta control,
yeah.
and the government can't control because it's a small country.
Yeah.
You can't control people here.
No.
They have anti-mask rallies
Yeah.
every fucking weekend.
Yeah, can you imagine if that shit like ran in Singapore if they had an anti-mask rally?
Oh my god, they said it was a fucking SWAT team, bro.
Yeah.
But one, people won't even think about doing it,
Mhm.
right? That's how, which is good and bad because the government has so much control over
Yeah.
what people think.
Mhm.
The media there is run by the government. Here it's a free media.
Yeah.
You're right. You can say anything you want. Political parties, liberal parties, conservatives, they can have smear campaigns about other parties.
Yeah.
They'll be like, Justin Trudeau did this and this, and talk
Yeah.
shit about him in public. No fucking way you do that there. You can't talk shit about their political figures there. You go to jail.
I heard there's really like it's like a democratic process, but there's only really one political party.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
democratic, but it's the same party has been winning pretty much all the time since they've been independent. So, man,
Yeah,
just saying.
I mean,
But the thing is,
yeah.
people vote for them.
Yeah.
If they're not rigging the votes, people are comfortable there, right? People have a good education.
Mhm.
It's getting expensive, but quality of life there is good. It's
Yeah.
high, right? It's safe. There's no political turmoil. There's not much corruption.
Yeah.
So people are comfortable, right?
Yeah.
So we can't complain against that, right? But there are a lot of people like me who kind of move out, who
Mhm.
are seeking something else, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like, did you kind of move it just for more like liberal freedom or?
my parents came here, so they're like, "You want to come here?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? Because the one thing I like about here, they give a lot of second chances, right?
Oh.
Because I wasn't doing well in school there. There was
Mhm.
no freaking way I was going to university. Here,
Right.
I graduated from university here.
Oh,
No
nice.
way, no way I would do that in Singapore.
Well, like a National University of Singapore, like,
And US, it's like a
And-
top. It's like
yeah.
top university
Dude.
all around the world.
yeah, exactly. So what, 36th in the world?
It's like it's like high up. It's like
Yeah.
high up around the world.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's competitive because it's so small. Right? It's such a small country. You got to be really competitive. Here in Canada, it's a big country, more opportunities. More relaxed.
Yeah.
They give second chances for sure, which is one thing I respect about the stuff here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I know like education is huge. Because like I remember, like whatever they learned, I learned something in the 9th grade. They learned in the 6th grade.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's true. That is very true.
Crazy stuff.
That's true. Even for me, as a fuck up in school when I came here, I was like, I'm studying. I think they put me in like grade 10 when I came here.
Oh.
I came here when I was like 16, so they put me in like grade 10. And the stuff they're learning like grade 10 math, I'm like, I learned this in like primary school.
Yeah.
And even I'm not smart, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I'm like considered like a dumb kid in math back home, and over here, they're grade 10 is like, what the fuck? You guys learning stuff I learned like when I was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's different style for sure.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the education is different, man. Like here, back home, we had like uniforms, right? Everything's
Yeah.
super strict. Hair's gotta be short. Can't color your hair.
Mhm.
No jewelry, nothing. Here, I see buddies like tatted up. I'm like, you can have tattoos at school? What?
What the fuck?
I was like, damn, okay,
I
that's
heard
cool.
like even if you're like, kind of fat, like they make.
Oh yeah,
run.
you just reminded me, bro. Yeah, you're right. I have friends that have to do that. Shit. That's kind of fucked up when I think about it. As an adult,
Yeah.
yeah, shit, I didn't. You're right. I never had to go through it because I've always been skinny. But like,
Yeah.
you reminded me. Yes, I have fat friends. You're right. They make them run extra. They make them come early to run. That's fucked up when you think about it. You're pretty much like singling out the kid
Yeah.
and making them like targets for bullying.
Say, hey, you fat.
I
fuck.
know. Like, get in fucking shape, kid.
You fat
You're right. That's horrible. That is fucking horrible. You're body shaming them.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, like I know you're fat, but go run around the track in the morning.
Okay, I don't know if they still do it now because things are getting a little more PC. But like, I don't know. I'm just guessing, right?
Yeah,
but
I don't know, yeah.
back when I went to school, you're right. I did have friends. I'm like, why are you always here so early? Oh, they made me run. I was like, okay.
Can you imagine that shit? Like, if it was implemented here, it wouldn't even fly here.
Yeah, no fucking way. Parents are gonna be all up in arms
Yeah,
with that shit.
it's like, oh, you're trying to body shape my kid?
Yeah, it's
trying to make him wake up at 6 a.m. trying to go for a run on the track?
No fucking way.
Yeah.
They used to beat our asses at the schools back home too. Like they actually like beat you. Like they actually slap the shit out of me to beat you, man. They don't do it anymore, but back when I was in school, they actually beat the shit out of you. Here, no way, man. I was like, you don't get beat by your teachers? What? Oh man, it's a different culture, man. It's different, man.
All right, Linus, I got this room for about 5 more minutes. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we end it?
Nah, man, that was good conversations, man. It's a nice spot. It's nice catching up. Last time I saw you, about this time this year, right?
Holy fuck,
it's like exactly, I think the summertime we saw last year. So it's good to catch up, talk about fights, talk about Singapore.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, dude, like I would love just to fucking like learn how to spar from you, man.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah, we could do some. It's summer. You could do some shit outside, right? Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, I got pads, I got gear and stuff. We could do
stuff.
something.
You got mouth guards. Like I don't have headgear though.
Right? Yeah, I got mouth guard. I have extra headgear if you need. Yeah. But we could do like, if you want to do like pads or whatever, technical sparring, shit like that for sure, man.
Fuck, I can't wait, man. All right, Linus, thanks so much for coming on, man.
Thank you so much, Joe, man. It's nice having you here, man. Thanks.
Cool.